Well, here's the new shop's mode of transportation. This is our 100-watt Razor electric scooter. I just picked it up recently from the thrift shop. It was under $5. It didn't come with a charger, but I bought one on Amazon for $8, so that should be coming soon. So look forward to us hurting ourselves on this pink scooter. I'm sure that'll be coming up soon. Okay, this is a Dell laptop. This is a PP39L laptop, and it's the style that has the power button right on the hinge here. I don't know what they were thinking when they put that there. Gateway also has done some of their machines with the power button right there on that hinge point. And sometimes the wires break off inside of here, and sometimes the switch gets rubbed bad. So we're going to take this Dell laptop, the PP39L, and see what we can do about getting this fixed. Let me get some tools and we'll get started. You can see how bad of quality this is. This plastic's actually cracked. Figure something out here. So today it's cold outside, and we built a fire in here with our pellet stove, and Shadow is just relaxing by the pellet stove. Getting some weird rainbow effects on this camera. I'm going to try it with the Nikon and see what we get next for comparison. Okay, so now we're on the Nikon camera, the DSLR, and we're doing the same test with Shadow and the fire. The tripod's a little bit tall. You can see that when I pan the image, it actually brightens up when it gets away from the fire. Watch when I come towards the fire here. You can see that the sensor on Shadow is darkening to make way for the fire exposure, I suppose. And as the fire comes into more view, there's more precedence on the exposure for the fire. And then when the fire goes back out of the view, it brightens up to give the dog and the surroundings more exposure. This doesn't focus as well in low light as the other one, in my opinion. Even though the other one has focusing problems too, if you try to move about too quickly. I guess my only real big complaint about this camera currently is the ability to pick up audio with its onboard microphone. It's not nearly as sensitive as what I'm used to, and it's tougher for Steve in editing to balance out all the different sources of audio. I went to Amazon and ordered a shotgun mic for this, for the front of it, that swivels about and you can move it in different directions, so hopefully that will solve the problem of this DSLR audio. So it's a learning process as we go, that's for sure. And the bulkiness of it is inconvenient, but I am slowly trying to get used to it by just using it. The battery life is also not great, and it takes about 3 hours to charge a battery, 2 to 3. So I also ordered a battery grip that will hold 2 Nikon batteries as opposed to the regular one, to double the runtime, if you will. So the battery grip and the 2 batteries that go in it will hopefully give me longer runs, and when that equipment comes in, I'll probably do like a little mini test review of it, if you will. So bear with me as I use my new Nikon. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't particularly like using it. I paid a lot of money and I like the image quality, but I still have a problem with the portability, I guess, is my biggest problem, especially the type of vlogs that I do now. The style is erratic at best, and I pick up a camera when I'm thinking of things to say, or when I think of something to say, I'll grab a camera. And this heavier professional camera is not really something that you can just grab and go. So there must be a compromise here somewhere between a point and shoot like this one, the one that I normally use, or the one that I'm using right now, which is the big beast. So while a big camera looks great, big and impressive, it's not very friendly for on-the-fly vlogging. That's it for now. So I actually pulled this out of there and monkeyed around with this switch to make sure that the switch was the problem. And it's actually not come apart yet. It's more of a mounting problem than anything. This switch has slipped out of its normal holding position, and it's unable to push in correctly. So I'm just trying to think of what I can do to fix this problem. This plastic piece is broken from the bezel. I'm gonna have to look it up online and see, you know, how much of this I can get. I hate to replace this whole thing over such a silly problem, but it kind of looks like what needs to be done. So I'll figure out what parts I can get and then go from there, I guess, based on cost. Let's see if this will shut down now. Yep, it'll shut down too. You just have to hold on to that switch. I mean, I could put some glue back in there, but that's not really, you know, a very great fix, and I think it would just break again. So let me look for parts online and see what my options are, and I'll be back. So I'm still trying to decide what to do, how to fix this laptop. If I should put an external switch on there, replace the bezel with the switch, or just fix the existing switch with some glue. I'm thinking I might glue the thing, because it still functions. It just fell out of its holder. So I decided to go ahead and take this plate off and clean all the crud out. This is pretty dirty. And then I'll think about getting my glue gun on that. I thought I would show you this old school server that we just recently took out of service. This was on our rack for many years, and it had a variety of jobs over the years, but the main job was to run our telephone system here. And this has sat quietly and just run. That's what it does best. Here's what's inside it. If you remember the slot 1 CPUs, this is actually a dual slot 1 machine. Quite old school, but very reliable. You can see where we actually mounted a fan up here on the cooling fins. So this is probably only a dual 1 gigahertz machine, not very much power, but like I said, very reliable. And its main job just was to sit on the rack and run. It's going out of service, and it's lived a good happy life, so it's time to say goodbye to this old reliable server. Goodbye, server. Goodbye, my friend. We'll miss you. So I've been messing around with this for a few minutes now, and I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I can just leave the repair at the way I have it right now. I basically just snapped it back together. There is a cracked portion on the switch where it goes into the side here, but really it just popped out of the socket. It could use a new entire plastic piece here, but currently one isn't available on the internet, so I'll put it on my wish list and keep an eye out for it. But I think for now the customer will be able to use it in this fashion, so I'll be able to put this cover back on here. Let's just see if the power button will work now. That's a terrible design. They should be ashamed of themselves. But I think if she's careful, it might be fine. You can see where there's lines in it where it's actually been cracked. So I'm going ahead and putting this back together. She gave me the go-ahead to spend $200 to fix this. But you know, I don't think she needs to. Let's go ahead and see if it works. Pretty nice computer. I like how the keyboard's all backlit. This was probably a quite expensive machine. I'll charge it up and clean it up for her and call her with the good news that she doesn't owe much money at all. She's gonna get a real break on this machine. That's it for now. Okay, so I'm a sucker for just about any kind of gadget made, that I admit. I'm sure you guys that have gone into Harbor Freight have seen these sitting on the shelf. It's not something you need, it's something you want. And hey, it's pretty cool if you ask me. Let's take a look at it. I think these things cost around $7 or $8. I want to say $8. They're just cheap enough to justify buying one for whatever crazy reason you can come up with. So they come with 4 screws, and those pretty heavy duty. Let me find a little location I can hook this onto, and we'll mount it and give it a try. So I think right on the edge of this counter is as good as place as any for my can crusher. I have a bucket down here that can catch the cans, and this is doubled up wood on the corner here, so I think it'll be a good place to put some screws. Well, speaking of Harbor Freight, I also bought this thing from them. This is a rechargeable screwdriver, and this thing was under 10 bucks too. So Harbor Freight is getting all my money. Because they know I like gadgets. And it's true, I do like my gadgets. Any kind of gadget, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have 3-4 screws in it. Let's see how it works. Did a pretty good job. I like it. The 16-ounce can crusher, Harbor Freight. Fun toy. Alright, so it turned out to be a pretty good day for this Dell PP39L. The power switch is now functioning. It just came out of the holder. It was very small to show you, but basically it just came out of a clip. Now the plastic around the switch is still cracked in one spot, but I think if the operator is aware of this problem, they can just make sure that they hit this button square on and don't press it too hard. And I think that this may actually last for the life of the rest of the laptop, and perhaps no more money will have to be put into this machine. So if you too have a power switch problem, it might just be a simple matter of snapping the plastic back together. So check yours out. Might be all there is wrong with it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now. Hey guys, this is Steve. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and be sure to rate and comment. See ya.